Hi, this is Mr. Burns, and I'm going to talk a little bit about iPad safety. It's very important to take care of your iPad and to keep it safe. One of the things that you'd never do is give your passcode out to somebody else. If you give your passcode out to somebody else and they get a hold of your iPad, they can cause all sorts of mischief, and you're the kid who's going to get in trouble for that. So never, ever, ever give that passcode out. Another thing that we want to do is make sure that our name is on the lock screen. Whenever we start our iPad or wake it back up, we come to the lock screen, and it'll be important to have your name on there. And the reason for this is that people leave things accidentally laying around all the time. So if an iPad accidentally got left in the locker area, we want to get it back to the person who it belongs to right away. To do that, we're going to do a couple different things here today. I want to point at this button. There's a big round button on the bottom of your iPad where my finger's dancing around. That's called the home button. And there's another one, a narrow button up here at the top. That's called your sleep wake button. We're going to use both those buttons in this process. So I'm going to wake up my iPad now. And you can see that this is what my lock screen looks like. And I'm going to push the home button and that sleep wake button at the same time. And now I've just taken a picture of that. If you don't want to use this background, you can actually take a picture of yourself and access it through the camera roll in the same way that I'm going to do. So you can have your picture and your name as your lock screen. I'm not that good looking, so I don't want to do that. So I'm going to unlock my iPad. I've already taken my picture. So now I want to find an application that's called Notability. So I'm grabbing this Notability application, and what I'm going to do is open it up, and you can see all the different notes that I've started and created so far. Up in the upper right hand corner there is an icon that looks like a pencil. That's the one that I want to hit. Right now I'm in my welcome category, so that's where my new note is going to go. So I'm going to click on that, and now you see that I have a new note started. Okay, here's the next thing that I would like to do. You see the plus, there is a little plus sign on your iPad. You're going to tap that, and it's going to say, hey, photo. I've already taken a picture of what my lock screen looks like, so I'm grabbing this photo, and you see it's the top choice. So I am going to grab it, and now it's been placed in my Notability note. I'm just going to make it bigger, and then I got to make those blue dots go away. So I am just going to tap on the outside of my note, and you see that my dots go away. If you're a neat freak, you probably want to use this T that'll type. If you like a pencil, you can use that. Or if you like a little bit wider, you can use a marker. I'm going to use the marker. I don't really like that color, so I'm going to just pick the basic black, and I'm going to tap on it again, and I tapped my line thickness. Okay, I'll tap on it again, and now I'm going to write my name on my screen. Okay. Putting my name on my screen. If I ever leave it lay, we'll be able to identify it. Now I want to take a picture of that screen. So push the sleep wake button and the home button again. Bang, you heard that? It took a picture. Okay, so now we're going to go back to our files. And what we want to do is find the camera. So I'm going to go in, not the camera, but the photos. I've already taken my picture. So you see I have my photos there. I'm going to tap on it. And down here at the bottom you can see I have the one that I started out with, and the one next to it is the one I've modified a little bit. I just want to make it look a little nicer, so I'm going to hit Edit. Okay. And in Edit I'm going to, you find Crop, and you go ahead and hit Crop. And now I can just squeeze it in so I lose all my white space there. I'm going to do the same thing on the top. So my white space is gone there, my Notability stuff is gone there. I push the button that says crop. I push, it's now turned to save. So I push save, and it's now saved my photo. Okay. I'm going to push the home button one time. That brings me back out to my apps, and I want to get into the settings. So I just push that button, settings. I'll show you that one more time. So after I left my photos, I push the settings button, and now you look down and you see you have one that says brightness and wallpaper. Okay, so Here's my wallpaper choices. I want to go into my camera roll, and there I see I have my Burns iPad, so I'm clicking on that. You see that I have my Burns iPad. Now it says we can set it as the lock screen, we can set that as the home screen, or we can set it as both. I just want it to be my lock screen. And like I say, if you don't want to do it this way, you can easily do what I've done with the picture. You can take a picture of yourself, save it, and then edit it, access it, set it as your lock screen. And I really should be done here. So let's exit out of this. I can show you a couple things here. These are the programs I've got running. If I tap and hold, they become jiggly. I want to close them out because that'll save power. If I tap it again, you see that I'm back to this home screen. If I double tap it twice and slide this way, I could turn my sound up or sound off, or actually I'm doing the volume there, or doing the brightness there, and if I went over here and slid this one, I can turn the sound up and sound off. But I'll go back to what I'm trying to teach, and that is, I'm back to my home screen. I'll put my iPad to sleep. Okay, and now I'll wake it back up, and you see that my lock screen now says Burns, so if they found this out in the locker area or found it in the classroom, they would know who to return it to. And I'll just push that again. That's all you need to do. If you need to watch this again a couple times to get it, you're free to do so. If you have other questions, you can come and find me and I'll help you.